Hi, everybody. In case you needed some reminders of the feedback that we went over in class, I'm going to go through and give you a quick video tour. You'll need to remember what your peers said about your work and so forth. But we'll just start. Olivia, this is really great. It's clean. I do like it. I feel like I know you liked the pink, and I like that. I'm glad you went with Media Sudi. Looks great. I feel like this isn't the best choice of font here. Obviously, it's not going to affect your grade or anything, but you might want something that matches your logo a little bit. It's good if it matches your paragraph content, so we'll see when we get to that. Yeah, so this would probably be a good font for that. We do need to see your navigation. Great image. This is all really great. You may want to left align that. It's just easier to read, and we don't have single words by itself. But we definitely need to have navigation showing, the header at the top. It could be hidden, but we need to have that because I can't, move around from that page. Terrific job here, except we want to write your descriptions here. Okay, so delete anything that's a placeholder and update that content. And if you're not, and make sure you're linked up to your socials, professional socials. I would left align that. Let's see. So yeah, let's see, which one is this? Since I don't, for this one I can go ahead and use, because it's not your Get Feedback link, I think. I can go ahead and check what this font is. We'll see. Right. So this is the font that you're using here. And that might be good up here. Okay. For your navigation. And, and let's see, what is this? It may be similar, but the size might be different. But yeah, mainly we need that navigation so we're not hitting the back button. And then link these up. These might be better in your footer because when we go to your mobile, that can get rather stacked up here. There could be a lot in the top of your screen there. Make sure everything is centered, right? But we want to see your mobile and check that out. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we'll take a look at that tonight. All right, to your mobile. All right, Lauren, let's look at this one first. Love the colors for you. Real cozy. That a little hard to read. This is easy to read. Great images. Represent you well, the locations. Good job. A little bit of an issue here, though, right? That's hard to read, but I love that you have that up there. Yeah. CV, I'm going to let that stand because as a writer, that's okay. Generally, a curriculum vitae is something that, academics would use for books they've written or any kind of academic research, but being a writer, I think it's perfectly fine. Nice, okay. Might want to extend this box so that the content comes up here. It's usually all it means. And make sure that this has a higher contrast there. And at least a LinkedIn. And I'm sure that there are writer socials, that you can link to where they can be in touch with you and follow you, right? But nice work there. And so, really proud of you for going ahead and trying this. Okay. You were going to kind of give us, what this means. Like when you're in school, I know you don't like math, but when you were in school and it said 70, we had to put whether it was bushels or 70% of something. So maybe, let's see, professional graphic software, just more specific, like Creative Cloud, and then 74% proficient or something. Or you could put Creative Cloud proficiency and have the percentage. You could use any of your other, if you have Photoshop, we do have to say Adobe. I know it won't look as great because it'll be longer, but whenever we put Illustrator or Photoshop out there, we have to have Adobe before it. So yeah, proficiency, even if you said up here proficiency, I think that would be kind of odd, but somewhere we've got to understand what this means, Okay, good. And I know that worked better on your preview. I guess I'd have to see that on the screen to see how this is playing out. You might want to break this up with something, like writing tools or, applications and graphic applications or, I don't know, just something, yeah. Okay, but that's a detail. A lot of people, I know there are templates like this, and maybe nobody else is going to question it. Employers sometimes do when it's on a resume, but maybe on a website it's less. Okay, that works. Okay. And I do need navigation somewhere. That's the only thing. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So ignore what I said. You've got your navigation in there. It seemed like the about on the publish side. Sometimes it's just a different color. Okay, so that's, check that it's working on yours. Let's see. So But all in all, it's a great job. I think this image works better on your other page. I think, I mean, you could just remove the sepia, maybe this will work, but I do think it needs to be a little crisp, cooler in color compared to what it is currently, so that it matches the overall vibe of this, right? All right, well done. Good work. Okay, Christian. Love the whole idea. Flight Time Media 22 is your favorite number. Eventually, you'll probably, you do want to rename your logo, because search engines will look at your art, file names. And great image. You may want a little title there, not essential. Again, rename this one too, all your files. Really fascinating though. I'm really glad that you're going in this direction for sure. Make sure you're linked up. Okay. It's good to have a place to put all your, photography and stuff, so link those up. Nice image, just the right amount about. And let's see, I'm not going to be able to see this size. But yeah, you might need to go a little bit bigger on that font size. Okay. It's a little light. This has a different color. Maybe the whole thing needs to be this. This is a little more legible. Maybe it might be a point larger, in fact. But I do like the layout and your font choices. I like this. So going into your collection or going into your portfolio, you could probably get a title on some of these or description. You just want to make sure you tell us exactly your role. Okay, good. Okay, that's good content there. But somebody who really loves, airplanes as much as you do will want to know more of the details. And I recommend for you that you have a blog page so that you can just keep adding interesting content as you're collecting it. You could make this background opaque, solid white, so that this runs behind it or doesn't overlap with that. And make sure you link up. The other thing you could do is bring this down a little bit so it doesn't do that when we're all the way scrolling. Good job updating everything. Let's check out these. Okay. That needs to be updated, right? So maybe you hide that for now. But that could be really cool too, talking about planes. People would love to tune into that. It's nice to have a very specific niche like that. Okay, let's look at the mobile. Nope, not color pick. Although that's a great tool also, extension. Okay, so let's center this in your mobile. Let's center this in your mobile. These are great shots, Christian. I really enjoy those. Okay, you'll work those out, the spacing. You might be able to widen this column so that James comes up on that line. Eventually, you'll want to make sure that this is scalable, like a vector graphic, and a little easier to read, maybe with a little spacing between the letters, and making sure it's in Illustrator and not a PNG. Yeah. I mean, I know that gives it a transparent background, but I think it's worth the time to spend on this and make it really awesome, easy to read, because it's a great shape, great colors. Okay. Okay. Important adaptability. Nice work. Center that, I think. We need a little higher contrast on that navigation titles, the page titles. Good job. I like that you have different angles and close-ups. That makes it fascinating and easier to look at. They're well-designed images. Love that. And did you include copywriting as a skill set? I think copywriting would be good. People think that they don't like it, but it can be really creative in the right hands. All right. Terrific job. Terrific. All right. Very little that needs to be done, just a little bit of tweaking. All right. Good job, Christian. We'll talk again tonight about this. All right. Well done.